Alright, I think we're on part 4 of the Kawasaki Mule. Little recap of last video. We got this thing put back together. Got all the top end put back together, I should say. You can see it's all here. We got the cams in, it's all timed properly. We got the carburetor back on. We even tried to attempt to start it. And we started a big fire in the back of this thing. Had to put it out with the fire extinguisher right there, so that was exciting times. If you missed that video, go check it out. It'll be up in this corner, maybe, if I decide to put it up there. But we figured out last video also that it would not start. So we checked compression. We were getting like 70 pounds of compression in the, what is that, the right cylinder, and then like 55 in the left cylinder over here. So I'm thinking either the valves are off and opening at the wrong times, like maybe the timing's off, or the cylinder walls are just too crappy and it's not, the rings aren't seating, which, you know, causes compression to grow. So it's probably one of those two things. We can check those today. I'm gonna go through the timing one more time and make sure that it's timed correctly. And then what we can do to test if it's the rings is put oil directly down the cylinder, and then we crank it over and see if the compression goes up. If it goes up, that most likely means that the rings are not seating properly. And in order to get them to seat properly, you need the cylinders perfect pretty much. So that could be the problem. We're gonna work at this for a little bit and then come back when I find a solution, and then we can go on to cleaning out the carburetors and trying to start this thing again. This thing needs a ton of work still. We have to get this whole electrical system correct. It's basically wires for the start switch and stuff. So we gotta get that all set up. We've gotta get the pipe on. The pipe goes underneath here and wraps around to right over here to the exhaust. And then we've gotta get the cooling lines and the water pump working. You can see all the gaskets are broken and stuff. So this thing needs a ton of work. And then obviously we need oil circulating through this thing. So fun times. We've got a ton of work to do. So let's get right into it and start working on this thing. All right, so I adjusted the valves again. I must have adjusted them incorrectly the first time. I think I measured in inches instead of millimeters because the gap was way too big. So I went back, reset them, and I just did the compression test. We got 90 PSI. We'll do another one right now. Gauge. You guys can see that in there. So the compression went way up when I did the valves. So we're right at 90, it looks like. So that's really good. And that's without the ring seating. So we'll be over 100 once we get this thing started out. Let's check the next cylinder. All right, second cylinder time. Hopefully it's a little bit higher. This one was at 55 before. Let's see here. That one stayed at 55. Huh. Well, that's not good. Yeah, that one's staying at 55. I'm not too sure why that one would stay at 55. What we're going to do now is put some oil down the cylinder and on this one just to see if the rings are not sealing. This one actually had the boot on it, so this cylinder should be actually better than that one over there. So that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, we'll try putting some oil down the cylinder and then repeating the compression test. If the compression goes up, we know that the rings aren't seating. Let's get a little oil going down the cylinder here. A little down here too. Goes up. All right, here we go. Yeah, that jumped up quite a bit, up to 80. So the rings are not seating properly in that cylinder, in cylinder number 2. Let's do it one more time. That time it was 70. So something's going on with these rings. Let me quick do the other cylinder, see if that's shot up at all. Maybe if we can start it from the other side. It'll work too. Alright, let's see what this one's. This one was at 90 last time, so let's see. That one went up to 150. So yeah, the rings are not seating properly at all. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy though. Went up to 150. So I think once we get this thing running, it'll go up a little bit higher. Alright, we're going to try starting it up. Put a little gas on the carb. Now that the compression is higher. Wanted to go. You could hear it. Trying. Oh man, it wanted to. fire again. It's always exciting. No go by putting gas on the carburetor. I think we're going to take these carbs off, clean them, go through them, and then try this again. My jumper just ran out of battery, and we can't crank it over all day. So I think it feels like there's compression being pushed out of the carburetor, and it should be pulling it in. So I don't know what's going on there. Kind of strange. But it could just be due to carburetor not functioning properly too. So we'll have to see. We'll clean out those carburetors, start there, and then go from there. Alright, these carburetors are extremely bad. They're all locked up. Every screw is stuck on here, so this might be a little tricky to get off. Yeah, every single thing is stuck. So hopefully we can break these free. That one broke off, great. Already off to a great start. I wonder if we should soak these before I attempt this. That one broke off too. Oh, maybe not. Aha. That one came free. Wow. These are on there though. Let's see if we can get this one off. This one's a little tricky to get to. Oh crap. Ah, that one broke off too. Not good. Not good at all. Oh man, that sucks. That one broke off too. Great. That's just awesome. Let's see what they look like on the inside. It should come off now. There we go. Ooh, didn't sound too good. I mean, they're still kind of broken off in there. Just needs to pop free. It's coming. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Broke that right off. These are all locked up in here. Oh, actually, it wasn't actually that bad. Well, that sucks. Look at that. Oh, man. Broke right off of here. Oh, that sucks. Man, that really sucks. I don't think we can find a replacement carb either. Well, what we could do is get those pieces and JB weld it on there. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Let's get the rest of the carburetor disassembled here. Look how crusty everything is in this thing. Holy cow. That's locked in there. Yeah. This is very rough. Yeah, that's not gonna come out of there. Let's try to get this bracket off and this bracket off so then we can split the carburetors and then just let them soak in the ultrasonic cleaner. Because right now, I can't get any of these screws out. They're just locked in. This thing's been sitting outside for probably 20 years, just soaking in all the water. Look, I mean, it's rough. And these don't come out either. All locked up there. So yeah, that's not looking too good. Oh man, that's rough. All right, got this out of the ultrasonic cleaner. It was in there for like 30 minutes. The bottom end was. Finally got these slides free. So that's good. You see it springs back up kinda. So I'm just gonna work at this for a little bit. Those were locked up completely. Would not budge at all. And the choke mechanism right here doesn't budge at all. You can see it's supposed to pull out that lever. Doesn't work. So we're gonna let this sit for another 30 minutes probably. Alright, got the carburetors out of the ultrasonic cleaner. They're pretty rough. Everything is locked up on it. I can't get these bolts out without stripping them out or breaking them off, you can see. So I don't know what we're gonna do with these. You can see the choke mechanism just completely locked up still. I mean, it's not coming out at all. You can see the screws that came out of it. I mean, it's just pure rust. It's crazy. So I think we might look on eBay for a set of carburetors for this thing. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find it. But yeah. Also, a little update. It's not looking too good over here. I tried to start it up with this carburetor right here. This is for a 250 four-wheeler, so I figured it'd probably just start, you know, with that. I was cranking it over, and I was thinking like, okay, it's sounding like it's gonna start, but then this happened, and this is where it's like, this is not good at all. See the chain in there from the starter right here. This thing snapped right in half. So there's no way to start it now. You can see it. It snapped right in half right there. So it broke off. Let's see where it broke off. Yeah, right here. See, it just broke clean off right there. A little pin. So I'm not really sure what we're gonna do now. It does not leave us with a whole lot of options. I don't think they sell that chain anymore for this engine, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I think it's time to give up on this thing, unfortunately. Not too happy about it. We put a ton of work into it. We did the whole top end, honed up the cylinders, put it all back together, and you know, this is, I think, where we have to end it. Sometimes we lose, and this is just going to turn into a huge money machine. I bought it thinking it was a complete machine. You know, I went over there thinking it was all together, complete, and the guy said it ran a couple of years ago. I got there, it was a rusted pile of junk. I was like, okay, I'll just buy it anyway for cheap, just to see if I can get it running. And there's just too much stuff wrong with it. It's too rusty. I mean, look at the floor. We'd have to do so much body work on this thing to even get it to where we could ride it. It's honestly just horrible. I mean, look at that. Look at the rust in this thing. We were so close too. Yeah, so I'll look for the chain, but I don't think we're gonna be able to find it, and I think we're gonna have to sell this as is. So that kind of sucks. Everything's locked up on it. I mean, everything. I don't know if it shifts in the gear even, so who knows about the transmission and all this stuff over here. You know, I don't know. Plus we need all 4 new tires on it. This thing would be turning into a huge money pit. So leave a comment down below what you guys think I should do with it. Should I part it out, sell it whole, or what should I do? I don't think they sell any parts for it, so it's kind of at this point scrap. I don't know. And I wish there was like a pull start or a way to start it without the chain right there, but it does not look like there is. And yeah, so we were so close. All right, let's put everything back together on this thing, get it ready to take some pictures of it to sell or part out. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it, but we'll put it all back together and get the bed back on. I don't even think you guys saw the bed for it, but that's pretty much rusted out as well. So let's put it back together, see what she looks like. All right, mostly back together. Just gonna get the bed on now. Alright, the bed's on. Looking pretty good. Tailgate still works on it. It's not that bad. I'll paint up the floor, make it look a little bit better. But otherwise, it's pretty much done here. Let's paint up the floor. looking a little bit better. Try to chip off some of this old paint here. Well, this is what it looks like all put back together. I cleaned out the little bed as best as I could for the next owner, and then I cleaned up everything along here. So it looks pretty decent for what it is. I mean, I paid $225 for it, so it's not gonna look good at all, considering. And the engine has compression in both cylinders and spark, so really it just needs that starter chain and a set of carburetors. So if the perfect owner for this would be if they have a set of carburetors laying around and some extra parts from a different machine, or if they've got a blown up engine, they can swap out the engine. That's basically who's gonna end up buying this thing. I just posted on Facebook Marketplace. So I just posted it for $550 on Facebook Marketplace. Go through the pictures here. I mean, not the greatest in the world, but someone will buy it for $550, I think. But yeah, kind of disappointed we couldn't get it running after all that work. But we gotta move on to bigger and better projects. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time.